Got some trees there in the tree line, but this is, again, a live image there right now. We're keeping our eyes on this. We believe this is Silver Hill Road near Stone Mountain. That is the live look from the chopper. The chopper now flying back the other direction here. A massive SWAT presence in front of and behind this bus. This is a look here, and it looks like officers right there, guns drawn as they approach the front end of this bus. They're getting on the bus. SWAT is boarding the bus, riot shields deployed, guns drawn, and we're not exactly sure what comes next here, Tracy.
Right, a sharpshooter on top of that SWAT vehicle there. They are trying to make sure this is covered from every angle. As far as we know right now, that bus driver may possibly still be being held hostage. And of course, what's paramount is that driver's safety at this point. And that's what those officers are trying to make sure they can get that driver off that bus safely without anyone being hurt here, without any further harm being done. It's a little bit hard to tell what officers are doing now, but the good news here is at least a lot of the people on the roadways are safe, because that was very tenuous, touch and go, watching this bus weave in and out of traffic. And as we start to get into rush hour here on this Tuesday, once again, crazy busy day, right, in Metro Atlanta. But to watch this all unfold, again, this all happening right now, where we are now from our First Alert Choppers perspective is Silver Hill Road near the Stone Mountain Freeway there. You can see a lot of vehicles pulled off to the side, heavy police presence, and it looks as though they do have someone in custody there.
Look at that.
Hands behind his back there, and they are scurrying him into a police unit here.
We're hoping that this is the only suspect that they needed to put in handcuffs. They've got him. They were on that bus. They were on board that bus, and we went behind the tree line here. And then seconds later, they are walking what appears to be a suspect, a person in custody, handcuffs tied behind his back, and they're getting him to a police car as we speak. The next question is that the end of this situation? Is this the only suspect involved? Are there any injuries? Was anybody hurt on board that bus? Even if it wasn't from situations on the bus, if you've been with us here for a while, you've seen that bus slam into a number of cars on the interstate, off the interstate, through Gwinnett County, near Stone Mountain to where we are right now, which is Silver Hill Road. The SWAT team stormed that bus just mere seconds ago, and now it looks like we've got a potential suspect in custody. We want to know who all was on that bus, why, and most importantly, if anybody is injured, Tracy.
Yeah, and just what led to this confrontation, this altercation, to lead this person to want to take that bus driver hostage. And it looked as though there were easily 5, 6, 7, possibly more people who were on that bus. You know what? They're just trying to get to work. They're just trying to get home. They're just trying to go about their day. And they are subjected to this, really fearing for their lives at the time, worried about the bus driver. How is he doing? And, you know, no telling what was going on that bus at that time. Let's bring in